Hi, welcome back to another pregnancy yoga class in this mini series Pregnancy Yoga on Demand. So this session is going to be a slow flow class, and as you can see I've got lots of props next to me and we'll be using props throughout the class. So if you haven't used props in your practice before, I really recommend that you go and check out Yoga Fundamentals Part 1, where I go through a lot of the props that can be used to make adjustments to your practice. So throughout this class, I will just be offering one option, but as we know, especially in pregnancy yoga, not one option fits all, especially dependent on how you're feeling that day and maybe where you are in your pregnancy as well. So one of the great things about practicing at home is you can really make the practice your own by making your own adjustments. So really recommend you check that video out if you haven't used props before. And with this class, please feel free to just go with it as you feel. If you need to take any pauses and rejoin, absolutely fine. Listen to your body. At the end of the class, we will do a short relaxation, but I really recommend that you pause the class and to really feel the full benefits. Take a much longer Shavasana so that you can feel the benefits of the class and really just switch off and relax. And if you haven't got time, then please make sure at some point in the day you do take at least 5 minutes to just relax and feel the benefits. So we're going to start off in a comfortable seated position, and like I always say, that can look different for everyone. I'm just going to use a pillow to sit on for now. The props that I have are some pillows, some yoga bricks, which you could use books or Tupperwares if you don't have any bricks, not a problem. A couple of pillows, which can be pillows just from your bed, and I have a scarf, or if you have a yoga belt, or the belt of a dressing gown, just because they may come in handy as well. So if you need to grab any props, pause the video now and then meet me down on the mat. So just come into your comfortable position and closing down the eyes. Just making sure that your spine is nice and straight, your shoulders are dropped, and that the muscles in your face, around your jaw, are completely relaxed. You can focus your breathing through the nose if this is available today, or if it's more comfortable to also breathe through your mouth, just gently part the lips. Place your hands wherever feels comfortable. That may be on your knees, or it may be face upwards, sitting on your lap. And just take the next few moments to really come into your breath. Inhaling, the chest rises. And on the exhale, you feel your seat heavier to the earth, grounding onto the mat. It can be really nice to use the breath to re-energize you. So making sure you're really filling the lungs with that inhale. And as the energy comes in, feel yourself lifting up higher. And as you exhale, release any tension you may feel in the body. And then just placing your hands onto your belly. Maybe giving your tummy a little rub. And just taking a moment to connect with your baby here. Maybe you imagine the way that they're curled up safely inside your tummy. Maybe you imagine the way you think they may look. Maybe you already have a name picked out or a special name that you call them. And just take the next few breaths to really connect with your baby. Remember why you came to your mat today. And now just placing the hands down by your side. Taking one more inhalation and exhale. And just gently fluttering the eyes open. And we're just going to start to slowly take some side stretches. So we're going to inhale the right arm up to the sky. Maybe the gaze follows that hand. And exhale, just stretch over as far as feels comfortable, feeling a really lovely stretch through the right side body. Inhale, take one more. Stretch maybe a little bit further. Exhale, maybe we release deeper. And then we're going to inhale, come back to center and just take an exhale. Inhale, take a really lovely shoulder roll, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, shoulders down the back. One more time, inhale. And exhale, just trying to release any tension. And then going to the left side, taking an inhale up and exhale, stretching over. One more inhale, maybe we take a little bit further. Exhale, we release deeper. And then inhale, come back up. And we're just going to switch the cross of the legs. So just changing which shin is in front. And now we're going to inhale both arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, we're going to turn our upper body towards the left side of our mat. And we're going to bring our right hand to our left knee. And this left hand can just rest gently just to the back of the mat. And here we're just trying to get a nice opening through the chest and the upper back. We inhale, lengthen, and exhale, maybe a very gentle twist of the shoulders. Maybe that gaze comes over the left shoulder. We're then going to inhale back to the center, and we're going to take those shoulder rolls but in the opposite direction. So we inhale back up to the shoulders, exhale them round. So just taking them in the opposite direction. One more breath, inhale up and exhale, starting to round a little bit more into that back. So we're just going to again inhale up and exhale, take it over to the other side. Inhale, we straighten, and exhale, we look over that right shoulder. And then we're just going to come back to the center again. And here we're just going to do our seated cat-cow. So with our hands on our knees, we're going to inhale the chest forwards. Exhale, we round our shoulders, draw our babies towards our spine and bring our chin down. Maybe chin comes to chest, maybe not quite so far. We inhale up and exhale, we round. And just take in a couple of more breaths at your own pace. You can make these as big or small as feels comfortable as you warm the body up. Maybe you take them a little bit further. And I really like to close my eyes when I do these movements so I can really get into the sensations I'm feeling in my body. And then just coming back up to our straight spine. Now hopefully you have your bricks or your alternative props near you. We're just going to bring them close by because we're going to open the legs now. Just to a comfortable position, not too wide but not straight ahead. So We just want to remember again, as I mention often, we have relaxing in our body during pregnancy, so you don't always want to take a stretch to 100%. You want to take it to about 70. So you want to feel that stretch, but don't take it too far because you may overstretch and then the next day you might feel it a little bit more. So I'm just shaking out my legs here just to get the blood flow going. And we're just gonna flex our feet up to the sky, placing the hands wherever is comfortable. Maybe you want to place them on your tummy. And with a nice straight spine, we're just gonna inhale, flex, exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex, and exhale, point. And again, just really enjoy the sensations of this stretch through the feet and the legs as we start to move and wake the body up. Really good one for circulation, this. And then we're just going to take some circles with those ankles as well. So once you've done 5 or 6 in one direction, just taking it to the other direction and then coming back up. And we're just going to inhale the arms up to the sky. We're going to exhale, come forwards with straight arms and just place our hands onto our bricks. And this is just to bring the earth a little bit closer. And we're just going to hold this for 3 breaths. We should feel a really nice stretch through the backs of the legs and up the spine. And then keeping the left hand there, we're just going to inhale, turn our palms away from us and just inhale that arm in a semicircle behind. Again, just open up through the upper body, exhale down. And we're going to take it to the second side. Left arm goes up and around and comes back down. One more on each side. So we really like to link movement and breath in pregnancy yoga, just so that we're always remembering to breathe, and coming back to that breath is going to be so useful for when it comes to the birth of your baby as well, because we must remember to keep breathing. So we're going to bend our knees now. Props can just move to the side, and here we're just going to do some more cat-cows. So just a slightly different position for the cat-cow. We're going to inhale, gaze to sky, exhale, we round, and you might be able to make this a little bit bigger now as you feel your body warming up. Exhale, round. Inhale, forwards, and exhale, chin to chest. One more. And then we're just going to come back to our neutral spine. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees now. So just come in to find your all fours position, and you can move any props out of the way, but you may want to keep your pillow under your knees if it's more comfortable for you to be kneeling on a prop. So once you find your kneeling position, you can have a little sway. You might hear some crackles and snaps and pops, which is completely normal, and just really good to get used to being in this position, because we know that this position is a really good one for our babies as well. So making sure that your wrists are in line with your shoulders and your knees are in line with your hips. We're just going to continue with our cat-cow, just feeling out the body. So we're going to inhale up, and just already I've over-exaggerated in my lower back. So just remembering in pregnancy, you don't want to over-exaggerate pushing through the back. So more focus on the upper body. Inhale, exhale, draw your baby towards your back, bringing your chest down, feeling that lovely stretch all the way down the spine now. And then we're going to inhale and exhale round. And we're just going to do a few more. But now I just encourage you to start to bring more movement to this. And you can start to maybe take circles, still keeping that breath with that movement through the chest and the back. But just start to feel out, and this may be very big for you or it may be small movements, but just really enjoying getting into all areas of the body and just starting to warm up the wrists as well. And then just coming back to your all fours position. Now, having either a pillow or one of your bricks close by for this next position will be really useful. We're going to do our thread the needle. So we're going to start by inhaling that right arm up to the sky. And we're going to exhale, we're going to thread that arm underneath the left arm. And we're just going to hover above the mat. We're going to inhale, we're going to do this 2 more times. Each time you may find space to take it a little bit further. And on the 3rd time, we're going to try and bring the ear to the mat. And if this isn't available to you to come this low or it doesn't feel comfortable, please use your brick. And you can place your head here. And you should feel a really lovely stretch through the shoulders here. And also maybe around the pelvis as well. Just taking a moment to come back to that breath, slowing the breath down, making sure the inhalation and exhalation are the same length. One more breath here. And on the next inhale, lifting that arm up to the sky and just bringing it down. And we're gonna go to the left side now. Inhaling up. Exhale, bring it down, just hovering above the mat for the first 2 times. Inhale, back up to the sky. And again, really nice to follow the gaze, follow the hand with the gaze. And then on this 3rd time of bringing it out, we're going to thread through and maybe we just rest our head on one of our bricks here. Sending that breath to any of the tight areas in the body. One more breath here. And then we're going to inhale up and exhale, place the hand down. So just take a moment to just rock the hips side to side, maybe lift the knees slightly off the mat if you need to bring a little bit more movement into the body. And then come to stillness. And just really remembering to not collapse through the shoulders, pushing through the shoulders here. It might mean that you dome a little bit in the shoulders, and that's absolutely fine. And we're just going to engage our core here. So imagine that you're drawing your baby towards your back. Really good for stability. And we're just going to straighten our right leg behind us. And we're going to untuck the toes. And just take a few breaths here, really enjoying that stretch down the back of the leg. And then if it feels good, just slowly rocking backwards and forwards, stretching through that foot. And just getting a little bit more movement here. And then coming back to stillness, place that knee back and then we're going to take it to the left side. So again, just prepare by engaging your core before you straighten that left leg out behind you. And just start by getting a really nice stretch. Again, checking in with those shoulders, make sure they're not collapsing. And then maybe bringing some movement here as well. And then we're just going to come back to kneeling and we're going to come up to high knees for a moment. And I just want you to take a few rolls of your shoulders. Just again, remembering to come back to release any tension in the face, in the jaw. and then we're going to come back to our kneeling position. And here we're going to prepare to move to stand. And you can do this in any way that is comfortable. You may know the sweeping cat motion, and if you want to get more strength building in your arms, then please go ahead with your sweeping cat. If today you just want to be taking it nice and easy, just tuck the toes under, and we're just going to rock backwards and forwards. So we're going to bring the seat all the way to the heels, getting a lovely stretch there. We're going to inhale forwards. We're going to exhale back. We're going to do this a couple of times, and we're just going to slowly start to build momentum, keeping our gaze forwards, and when we feel ready, we're just going to use our hands to push ourselves up to stand at the back of our mats. And now we find ourselves at the back of our mats, having the feet about hip distance apart, wherever feels comfortable. Just take a moment to place a hand on your heart and a hand on your tummy, and just really powering up through your legs. Feel yourself drawn to the earth, feel that grounding. Feel that beautiful breath and connection to your baby. And then just flickering open the eyes, bringing the hands to the sides of the legs. And we're going to come into some warrior positions. So we're going to start by stepping forwards with our right leg. So our right leg is going to come forwards into warrior one. And again, remembering that we are on a tightrope here. And you may enjoy just the grounding through the legs and placing your hands onto your stomach here. If you want to bring a little bit more movement and make this posture more dynamic, you can join me just by, we're going to inhale the arms up and we're going to cross them in front of us, bring them up and down. And it's a bit like you're imagining that you're just taking off a jumper or a t-shirt and you're just opening nice and wide. So we're bringing them up, open them at the top and bringing them down. So we're going to do two more. Inhaling and exhale, come down. One more. Inhale and exhale, come down. We're then just going to straighten through that front leg, and we're going to rotate our bodies so that they're facing the long edge of the mat, having the feet in line and the toes pointing outwards. And here we're just going to do some goddess squats. It's the only squatting that we're going to do in the class. So, and we're only going to do 5. So just to prepare, take an inhale, keeping the hands by your side. You're going to exhale and just allow your hands to follow down onto the knees. We're going to inhale up and exhale, we bend through the knees. Inhale up, exhale, bend through. And again here, if you have any intensity, allow the exhale to come through the mouth. A really good way to just get rid of any more tension. And then we're going to inhale, straighten the legs. And we're just going to simply rotate to the back of our mat, readjust the feet, and we're going to come back into our warrior one. And here we're going to again either just place our hands onto our stomachs, or we can take the movement with breath. Inhaling up, exhale, big wide arms. One more. And coming down. And then just straighten through that front leg and rotating back to the long edge of the mat. And here we're just going to do some hip swings, which is a really nice way to just, if you ever feeling slightly uncomfortable, maybe just baby has just got themselves into a slightly uncomfortable position. This is just a really nice, gentle way to encourage them to budge. And then just coming back to center, and we're going to heel toe the feet in, turn ourselves to the front of the mat, and we're just going to come back down to the floor. So you can do this however feels comfortable for you, but I'm just going to inhale the arms up, and as I exhale, the way I came up, I'm just going to bring my hands to my knees and carefully come down to the floor. And then I'm just going to sit back and come back to a seated position. So starting with the right shin in front. And again, you may want to have either some pillows or some bricks in front of you just to raise the floor slightly. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale the arms up to the sky. And then we're going to bring them forwards in a prayer position. We're going to inhale forwards and just bring our hands down to those bricks. Just trying to make sure that the sit bones are on the earth and they're not lifting, and we're just getting a nice gentle stretch here. Now obviously dependent on the size of your tummy, you may need to be more upright here, but just feeling a really nice stretch through the right upper thigh. We're then just going to walk the hands forwards, change the cross of the legs, and we're going to take that to the second side. Inhale the arms up, exhale through prayer, and inhale forwards, and then just exhaling into the posture. Trying to make sure that the shoulders are also relaxed. I keep coming back to talking about tension, but when we're concentrating, we often will hold tension in parts of our body that we don't realise. So just checking in every now and then is a really good way to be able to deepen the postures and just take that relaxation a little bit deeper. So just preparing to come back out of this position. And if you have your scarf or your scarf alternative, if you just grab it now, we're going to move the bricks to the side, and we're going to come back to a comfortable straight-legged position. And we're just going to again have the hands similar to the legs in how wide they're going to go, and we're just going to inhale the arms up to the sky. And then we're going to exhale, we're just going to take it over to the right. Inhale up, take it over to the left. And then we're going to inhale up, and we're going to bring that right arm forwards, left arm back to center, and take it in the other direction. And back to center. So we're just going to do that again. We're going to go to one side. It doesn't matter if you get the sides muddled up. Inhale and exhale again. We always practice things on both sides, so if you're not very good with your left and right like me, don't worry. And then taking it to the other side. And now we're just going to bring the arms down. As we bring the arms down, we're going to loop this scarf around our right leg. And you can keep this leg straight if it feels comfortable, or if you prefer, you can bring it into the cross-legged position, a bit like we're doing a seated tree pose. Now, to start off with, we're going to hold the scarf in both hands, and as we inhale, we straighten, lengthen that back, and as we exhale, we bend the elbows and we just draw ourselves down. And again, it's a very nice, gentle, it's like a wave. We inhale up and we exhale, wave down. Inhale up and exhale down. And then taking both ends of the scarf in the right hand, keeping that right foot flexed, we're just going to inhale the left arm up to the sky and take it over to a side stretch. Again, we're trying to open up through that left side and just take this as far as feels comfortable for you today. Really nice way to just help get a little bit more space in those ribs, especially when things are feeling quite tight as your baby is growing. And then just coming back up, and we're just going to take that to the second side. So straightening that leg out. Again, you may choose to keep that leg straight, or you can bend it in, whatever feels comfortable for you. So starting off with both hands on scarf and nice straight back. And then we're going to inhale, straighten, and exhale, round. Inhale up and exhale, round. Inhale up and exhale, round. And then just coming back up to your straight back, taking the scarf in your left hand, and inhale that right arm up and just bringing it over. Really normal to feel one side is maybe a little tighter than the other. Just really listen to your body, moving intuitively with what feels right for you today. And then coming back up. And then we're just going to bring our feet together. So we're coming to our diamond shaped position, our Super Baddha Konasana. Now this can be quite a small diamond shape that you see, or you can make it bigger, whatever feels comfortable for you and your body. And here we want to try and sit up nice and straight as much as we can, and just place the hands, if it's possible, onto your feet. And here I just want you to start to massage your feet, really feeling the sensations in the body and how your body reacts to that touch. We know that it's obviously, well, not all of us, but it's quite normal to like being massaged, but it's not always possible to have a massage from someone else, and actually self-massage can be really effective in just kind of releasing lots of tension and just taking us to a deeper relaxation. So as we prepare to close the class, this can just be a really nice way to get into the body and really feel the benefits of this practice. So slowly just moving up the legs. Everyone's self-massage will look different. So again, you're doing this at home, so just close your eyes and enjoy the sensations in the body. As you come up towards the lower back, you're probably going to feel that you maybe want to spend a little bit more time there. Just obviously our lower backs take a lot of strain in pregnancy. Coming up the back as far as we can, and then coming around the shoulders, maybe going into the hairline. Just really enjoying this touch and how, once you've touched each part of your body, how it feels afterwards. Coming around the wrists and the hands. And then just keeping your gaze nice and low. Getting as many props as you want and coming to your comfortable position for relaxation. And that may well be sitting upright, it may be leaning against the wall, or maybe lying on your left side using your props to make you as comfortable as possible. And just coming down, really carefully using your arms to help guide you. Really important that this is the way you get in and out of bed as well, or when you're moving throughout the day, trying to just protect those stomach muscles. And maybe one of your hands finds your tummy and you can give your belly a little rub as you start to lay down and enjoy the sensations in the body, following your practice. Spending as much time as you feel you need here. But just now starting to make that breath a little bit deeper as you wake the body up. And maybe bringing a little bit of movement to the fingers and the toes. And only when you feel you are ready, using your hands to very carefully push yourself up to a seated position. And coming to sit just on your mat for the last few moments, however is comfortable for you. Just making sure that you can find your tummy, placing your hands, and just take the next few breaths to connect to your baby. Send yourself and your baby love and gratitude for taking the time to practice today. Bringing hands to your heart center and opening the eyes if they are closed. Thank you for practicing with me.